Going on, guys? Orms Forum coming at you guys today with another preview. We got the Indianapolis Colts visiting the Detroit Lions. It feels like it's been forever since the Lions have been home. So it's good to get a home game finally. Colts are coming in at 4-2, Lions at 3-3. Big game. So this is the preview. Let's start off with that injury report, though. Let's start off with the Colts. Center Ryan Kelly has got a knee. He's questionable. He'll be. He was limited. I don't think he even went. I don't even think he practiced on Friday. He could have been limited though. If he can't go, they'll probably have a fifth-round rookie Danny Pinter starting in his place. So that would be huge because Ryan Kelly is a really good center. They also have tight end Mo Alley Cox with a knee. He's questionable as well. Now to the Lions, we got a couple new guys. Still got cornerback Desmond Trufant with a hamstring. He's questionable. He's been practicing though. He's been getting ready. He's close. He'll be probably a game time decision tomorrow. Now this is a big one for us. Left tackle Taylor Decker. New kind of injury. Well, not new, but he's got a shoulder. He's questionable. And if he can't go, you can see a bunch of rotations going on, guys, in this one. You can see Tyrell Crosby might have to shift over to left tackle. Joe Dahl will come back in and be a starting guard, either at left or right. Whatever Patricia wants to do there, or Darrell Bevel, not too sure, but that's really big. Hopefully Decker can go tomorrow. Then we got linebacker Jalen Reeves, Maben, not injury related, but he was still on the injury report. He's questionable to go. Then quarterback Darrell Roberts has a groin and a hip. He's questionable as well. Probably a game time decision. We'll see what's going on tomorrow. Now the Lions made some moves. They signed running back Jonathan Williams to the practice squad again. That's like his second time they've done that. It probably could be for intel because he played for the Colts last year, I believe. So they could be getting some intel from the kid there. They activated cornerback Justin Coleman from the IR. So that's a pretty good move. He'll probably start over Darrell Roberts in the slot there. So it's good to have Coleman back. They also signed tight end Isaac Nada to the 53-man roster, meaning he stays on the 53 now. They cut running back Bo Scarborough and signed defensive tackle Albert Huggins to the practice squad. Nobody freak out over the Bo Scarborough thing. It's not like we just cut Barry Sanders, because I know a lot of Lions fans like to do that. It's okay. Now on to the previews, guys. Now on to the matchups. We got two decent quarterbacks here. You know how I feel about Matt Stafford. Phillip Rivers, he's got 1,598 yards on the year, 7 touchdowns, 6 INTs. He's at a surprisingly 69.7% completion percentage. I thought that'd be a little bit lower. He's not having a great, crazy statistical year, but his completion percentage is pretty good. Matt Stafford. And Rivers has only been sacked 5 times. That's incredible over 6 games. That's incredible, man. That just tells you how good his O-line is in Indy. Now, Stafford, 1,580 yards with 10 touchdowns and 4 INTs. And he's raising that completion percentage a little bit up. He's at 62.3% now. I'm going to have to give the check mark to Matthew Stafford. I think he's the better quarterback. He's at least a little more mobile. He's not as erratic as Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers loves to just toss the ball away, or just toss it into a crowd and see who catches it, see who comes down with it. He's he's the definition of a major gunslinger. Phillip Rivers, he takes chances. He takes too many chances, in my opinion. So I'm going to give the edge to Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions there. Now on to the running backs. They have Jonathan Taylor, promising rookie. He can get in the end zone. He's got about 3 touchdowns on the year. He hasn't done as good as I thought he would do with that good old line over there, but he's still a threat. He's big and he's fast. He's a good running back. And now their backups, Naheem Hines, is more of that receiving threat, and Jordan Wilkins, who's a guy that will spell Jonathan Taylor every now and then. He's not really much of a pass, like a pass threat. That's all Hines. Now with our guys, we got DeAndre Swift, the rookie, Adrian Peterson, Kerryon Johnson, Jason Cabinda, the fullback. I'm going to give the slight edge to the Detroit Lions here. Swift has been getting in the end zone pretty regularly through the air and on the ground. And Peterson's just a really good second guy coming in. Swift has pretty much took over, in my opinion. And so it's nice to have Peterson, the vet, do that. And Kerryon Johnson's been one of the best blocking backs in the league. He's probably the number one blocking back. I know it's a demotion from what he's used to, but he's at least doing his job. Now on to the wide receivers. They have T.Y. Hilton, who's taken a big dip. He hasn't really done anything this year, which kind of scares me because it's always like he's going to have his first against the Detroit Lions. You know what I mean? It's like he hasn't done and when I say T.Y. Hilton, who's been one of the best wide receivers in the league for a while, one of the best, like not the best, but a very good statistical wide receiver, he hasn't done nothing this year, like nothing. He's had maybe one decent game, and it was nothing to even bark at. And then they got Zach Pascal, who's probably their number one guy. Marcus Johnson, Michael Pittman, he's coming off IR. He's their rookie. Ashton Dulin, and then DeMichael Harris. Going up against our guys, Kenny Golladay, Marvin Jones Jr., Danny Amendola, Quentin Cephas, who was a healthy scratch last week, which I didn't really understand, but we'll see where that goes. I still hope he dresses tomorrow because I'm still not sold on Marvin Jones stepping up his game, even though he did have a good game last week. You got Marvin Hall and Jamal Agnew. I'm going to give the edge to the Detroit Lions here because Golladay is an absolute animal. Marvin Jones is still can be good, and I like Danny Amendola as a possession, move the chains kind of guy, and hopefully Cephas can step it up. But I'm going to give the edge to the Detroit Lions there. Now on to the O-line. They have one of the best O-lines in the league, probably the best O-line in the league, I would say. It starts off with left tackle Anthony Costanzo, left guard Quentin Nelson, probably the best guard in the business. Center Ryan Kelly, if he goes tomorrow. Right guard Mark Lewinsky, and right tackle Braden Smith. Going up against our guys, Taylor Decker at left tackle, Jonah Jackson probably at left guard, Frank Ragnow at center, top center. Big V and at guard, then Tyrell Crosby at right tackle. And like I said earlier, guys, if Taylor Decker can't go, you could see a mixture of personnel here. You could see Tyrell Crosby move over to left tackle. Matt Nelson is officially the backup, but I don't think they're going to throw him in at left tackle to start. And then you could see Tyrell Crosby. Yeah, like I said, Tyrell Crosby could go to left tackle. You could see Big V stay at guard, or he could move back to right tackle. You could see Joe Dahl come in there at guard. It just all depends on Decker. Hopefully Decker can go, and hopefully he's 100%. But I'm going to give the edge to the Indianapolis Colts. They have a phenomenal run blocking. They're phenomenal at pass blocking. They're just an all-around strong unit, and they're hard to penetrate. You just can't. It's hard to beat them. It's just hard to beat these guys. They are next to impossible to beat. It's going to be a real tough course for the Detroit Lions defensive line. Now on to the defense. Now it goes the D-line for the Colts. DeForest Buckner is their defensive tackle. Grover Stewart, another DT. Danico Autry, another DT. Justin Houston, their defensive end. Tyquan Lewis, another defensive end. El Quaden Muhammad, defensive end. Ben Banagu, a defensive end. Taylor Stallworth, another defensive tackle. And then Sheldon Day to round it off as a defensive tackle. It's a really good unit right there, guys. DeForest Buckner is a really good DT. Justin Houston is still getting the job done. He's still causing a lot of pressure on that defensive end there. And Tyquan Lewis is an okay defensive end as well. And they have a lot of depth. Going up against our guys, Romeo Okwara, defensive end. Trey Flowers, D-end. Danny Shelton, defensive tackle. Deshaun Hand, defensive tackle. Nick Williams, DT. And John Pennicini as our rookie defensive tackle. Now, every time I do these guys, every time I look, I always look at depth. We never have depth on the D-line. That's why they went out and got Everson Griffin, okay? Everson Griffin obviously is not playing this week because of these stupid COVID rules, so he'll be going next week. But every time I do these, I always notice that every time I do the opposing team, there's 2, 3, 4 more guys that are contributing over Detroit. Detroit, if they get like 1 or 2 injuries on their D line, they're toast. They're toast on that game specifically. Like with the other team, like with the Colts, just say for the Colts, if a guy or 2 goes down, they still have enough guys to cover. We never do. So that's why they went out and picked up Everson Griffin, who can play on the end, obviously defensive end, and he could even play a little bit inside. But obviously he's not playing this week. But I'm going to give the edge to the Indianapolis Colts because their D-line can still get the job done. They got guys that can get to the quarterback. They got a bunch of sacks on that D-line. So they're a pretty good unit. Now on to linebackers. Now, here's the Colts. Again, Anthony Walker, Bobby Okereke, Darius Leonard, who's one of the best linebackers in the league, who's coming off IR, or I don't think he was even on IR, but he was hurt. He missed a couple games, but he's back, so he's going to be frothing at the mouth. He's one of the best linebackers in the league, guys. He's a tackling machine. He's a playmaker. He's good. They got Zaire Franklin, Jordan Glasgow, an ex-Michigan guy, and they got EJ Speed. Going up against our guys, Jamie Collins, Christian Jones, Jared Davis, Jelani Tavai, Reggie Ragland, Miles Killebrew's back, and then Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Now, I'm going to give the edge to the Indianapolis Colts here, guys. They have playmakers. Anthony Walker has stepped in really nicely for them. Bobby Okereke is a really good linebacker as well. And then they got Darius Leonard, who I think is he's an absolute animal. He's one of the best linebackers in the league. So that edge goes to the Colts again. Under the DBs, they have Kahari Willis, the safety, Kenny Moore, the second, the cornerback, Xavier Rhodes, the seasoned vet, cornerback, Rock Yassin at corner, TJ Carey, another corner, Julian Blackman, playmaking safety, George Odom, safety, Isaiah Rogers, cornerback, Tavon Wilson, ex-Lion, he's a safety, and then Tremont Smith. Going up against guys like Mike Ford on our side, Tracy Walker, say at safety, Jeff Okuda, the rookie, Deron Harmon, the seasoned vet at safety, Darryl Roberts, cornerback, Amani Oruwariye, a cornerback, Will Harris, safety, Jaron Kearse, the safety, Desmond Trufant, who could maybe come back tomorrow at corner, Tony McRae, a good special teams guy at corner, CJ Moore, another special teams guy at safety, and then hopefully Justin Coleman can come back too at cornerback. The edge is going to the Colts again, though, guys. These guys make plays in the defensive backfield, and they're very opportunistic. They take chances. They get picks. They've taken a couple back to the house, so they got touchdowns on their side, on their resume. They're a scary unit. That whole defense is a scary unit. A lot of people like to say they haven't played a lot of people. They haven't played a lot of good teams, but you can't. Like I'm gonna show you right here. You can't disrespect this defense in Indianapolis. They're top 5 in many categories. Many categories. Yards per game, 288 yards, second in the league. Rush yards per game, 88.3, third in the league. Pass yards per game, 199.7, second in the league. Points per game against, 19.2, fourth in the league. So you can't mess with the defense. I don't care if they haven't played a lot of great teams. It's still the NFL. You have to respect this defense. This defense does not play. They don't play at all, man. They're ruthless. They're physical. They're big. They're strong. They're fast. They're a very cohesive unit. They're not to be messed around with. Their offense as well. Their offense is not that bad. Yards per game, 363.2, 18th in the league. Rush yards a game, 98, 28th, not that good. Pass yards a game, 265. That gives them 10th in the league. Points per game, 26.2. That puts them at 13th overall in the league. So their offense isn't that bad either. It's not that bad. It's just that Rivers is a little bit of a train wreck sometimes. If you get in his face, he can give the ball up. Now, our offense, yards per game, 354, 23rd. Rush yards, 108.5, 20th. It's better than them. Pass yards a game, 245.7, 20th. So points per game, 26th, 15th. We're right below them. Our defense, our defense is playing a lot better. Yards per game, 380.5, is 22nd in the league. Rushing against the game, 131.8, 26th. I thought that would be better because we've been playing really well the last 2 weeks, but I thought that'd be higher. Pass yards per game, 248.7 against, puts us at 20th. And then points per game, 27.5 we've been giving up. That puts us at 20th. Now, this is going to be a tough game, guys. This is going to be a really tough game. Now, I don't really know who to pick in this game. I'm obviously going to pick a game, but I'm going to tell you how we need to play this team. And this is just my opinion. What you have to do is you have to get in, you got to get in Phillip Rivers' face. If you don't get in his face and you give him all kinds of time, he will kill you. It's just that they don't have great wide receivers anymore. They don't have, you know what I mean? T.Y. Hilton is a shell of his former self. There's no more Marvin Harrison over there. There's no more Reggie Wayne. Those guys are all long gone. So if you can lock those guys up somehow, then we have a really good chance. Lock them up. Get in Rivers' face. Stop the run, obviously. I think we can stop the run against Indy. We've been playing better lately. Now, when it comes to our offense against their defense, this is where I'm really scared. This is where I'm really worried. Stafford and company have to really play mistake-free football. Because like I said, this Colts defense is very opportunistic. They're very opportunistic. They can pick you off. They can cause fumbles. They just do things that will infuriate an offense. You know, they get under your skin. They're just a really good defense. So Stafford has to play mistake-free football. They can probably use Hawkinson. Galladay should be able to. I don't know who's going to go man up on Galladay. It'll probably be Rhodes. Not really too sure here. DB, it could be Kenny Moore. It'll probably be Kenny Moore. And Xavier Rhodes will probably be Marvin Jones. And, you know, we saw in the past how Marvin Jones has destroyed Xavier Rhodes when Rhodes was a Minnesota Viking. So we'll probably see Moore on Galladay and Rhodes on Jones. Just my opinion. And we could exploit that, but Kenny Moore is a playmaking cornerback. So we just have to be really careful with this defense. Really careful. If Stafford makes a couple mistakes, we're in big time trouble. We're in a lot of trouble. So you just have to really shut down those corners somehow. Just beat them. Just beat them. You know what I mean? It's just going to be really tough, guys. Mistake-free football. Okay? Play mistake-free football. That's one on how we're going to win this game. Get in the Rivers' face as a defense. Shut down their running game. So we can mix up our defenses better. Because we've been doing that. We've been shutting down runs. We're shutting down run games. That means you can play a little bit of zone. You can hide your looks. You can do all that stuff. You can do a lot of different things when you can shut down a run game. It really changes a game up. So if we can do that, then we have a really good shot. But now my prediction, guys, you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. I'm taking the Colts to win this game 27-23. 27-23 Colts. I didn't even write it down, but I'm going to write it down right now. 27-23 Colts. I hope I'm wrong. I've been predicting pretty good lately with this team. At least the wins. But this week, I don't think we win. This is a huge game, though, guys. If we can win this game, we can go on a really good run. This game's huge to go up 4-3. 4-3 in the division. You know what I mean? This game's humongous. But I'm gonna take the Colts in this one, guys. I just don't have I just got a bad feeling. You know I want the Lions to win, but I just don't think they're gonna. 27-23 Colts, guys. That's my final answer. Sticking to it. But I'm going for the Lions. We're all going for the Lions, man. So that's it, guys. 27-23 Colts. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's in the bottom right. Smack that all button on the bell. Smack that all button on the bell and get all my videos. Like and comment. It's all about the likes. It's all about the comments. Helps out with my channel big time. And go Lions. Let's go. Boom.